So wait a second, let everybody load up.
And there goes the phone.
Alright, I think it's starting up now.
Yep, it's flickering.
I still don't have anything though.
Are you using it?
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. Are you using
There it
Xbox?
goes.
Okay, here we are.
It's up.
Alright, we're good.
Nice.
Okay, there we go.
Looks
All right.
good. I like the layout, man. Looks good.
Well, thank you.
Awesome.
Spent a couple hours messing around in Photoshop on Sunday.
I see that. What's up, Sam? See people in chat, man. It's always nice.
Yep, following you around. It's fun. I love it when you log on in the morning. You got people waiting in your stream for you.
Yeah,
It's a good feeling.
feels great. I love it. It's awesome.
I know, right? We got 3 handsome gents in here, and then Kea with her in loving memory of Bridget, her kitty that
My
passed
kitty.
away. Yeah. All right, so I guess what we're gonna do to start. I know a lot of people that might be watching that are followers of BoyWonder might not know who Kerviel, and Kea are. So we'll go through and then everybody can introduce themselves, and then we'll just go from there. So, Kea, why don't you go first?
Oh, thank you. Okay, well, I used to be Kea Gaming, but it switched to just Kea. It's no longer Kea Gaming. If you go to that site, it tells you it's no longer active. I'm known for the kitty cam. So I always stream with cats. I've got I did have 3, but I lost one recently, so I'm down to 2. And so I took a short hiatus on streaming due to a lot of real life issues. And I also did a little bit of streaming on the High Res Studios, which is now Smite Game, their channel. And I did that for a bit. And I will be coming back here very shortly. I just had to take care of the real life issues that were going on, and they're finally coming together. So
Definitely. And Kea, we actually, I got in touch with Kea through Star Wars, and Kea was wonderful for our guild. She organized our guild bank and organized all our fun guild raffles. What were they, like plushie dolls or what are they called?
yeah, I did a Jawa plushie. People loved it though.
They did.
They love
did
free
love it.
stuff.
Yeah, free stuff's awesome. So, Kea has been awesome, and when she started streaming on her own too, that was fun. I'm happy to have Kea part of the DTV Network. All right, so Kerviel, on to Kerviel. Give us the Kerviel story.
Kerviel story. I was playing Star Wars at the time, and the guild I was helping run. We were trying to figure out how to get some of the bosses down in some of the raids and stuff, and so we started looking up, different strategies and things like that. And that's where we found. I came upon your stream, and that's where I met you and Kea, and it just kind of gone from there.
Fell in love with me, right?
Yeah. Been almost a year now, so it's been a long time.
It has been a long time. Kerviel's the only person that I know from the stream that actually has my phone number.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Yeah, it's quite an account.
I got them digits. I got them digits.
Did you ever end up creating a character on our server in Star Wars? I can't remember.
I did. I think I only got to like level 10 or 11 because the game was starting to die out then. 'Cause that was right around when like Diablo 3 was big, and
Yeah.
there was just no content to go back to, unfortunately.
But Kerviel's been around and been a part of my stream for a long time.
Nice.
And then whatever
That's-
game I play, whatever thing I'm doing, he's always been there and helped me out. And he's a good guy. That's Kerviel.
Good stuff. Yeah, speaking of which, Indo is talking. He's like, well, we all have BoyWonder's phone number because I was streaming a game in Utopia, and I usually run a 2-monitor setup, and somebody messaged me their phone number, and I gave it back to him, and I screen regioned it. So I gave the entire stream my phone number.
Oh, nice.
So far, we
man.
haven't had any issues with it yet, but yeah, that was really bad on my part. So
You get a couple
Yeah,
dick pics and stuff like
no,
that?
I didn't get any dick pics, which I was really sad about. I was like, man, just flood them in, guys. Just flood them in.
I
But
would've
no,
sent you a
nothing
picture.
yet. So that's what's really good is like most of my fans that actually are in there. They're actually really loyal, very very nice people, no trolls and everything. None of them actually blew my phone up or did anything like that. So that's cool. So
I always
that's
say
good.
a stream is, stream chat is a direct reflection of the streamer. So
exactly. I mean,
if
That
you have
is-
nothing but trolls in your stream, it's probably because you're a troll.
Yeah.
yeah, I battle them. At least I try to. I mean, but trolls are just too strong sometimes, and they get the best of you.
Sometimes. Gotta have that thick skin.
Yeah.
Okay, so BoyWonder, I guess for those that watch, maybe me and Kerviel and Kea, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and how you got started in streaming and stuff like that.
Yeah, good. Oh, cool. Well, guys, as you guys know, I'm BoyWonder502. I actually started streaming the War Z. Atomic Penguin actually came into my channel one day and gave me the push that I guess I needed. I've been streaming for a very long time. I just haven't got that initial oomph to get any exposure. Penguin actually got a hold of me and gave me that oomph. So shout out to that guy. I love that dude to death. We're actually going to meet up at PAX East, which is going to be fantastic. But I started with the War Z. That's where the growth of the channel came from. As most people know, I kind of don't enjoy the game anymore because of the direction that it has been going. A lot of patches have changed how the game's been played. Right now, I've just been playing League of Legends. I mean, carrying out that bronze, it's what BoyWonder does. But I'm a commentator, 5v5 commentator. I commentated a couple League of Legends, some Gold for Cups for League of Legends. Took about an 8-month break on League of Legends. Now I'm a commentator turned to player, and my mechanics are garbage. So usually I have people come into my channel, help me out with League of Legends. So it's always fun. You guys know that I rage sometime. Pure entertainment rage, not like my team blows or anything like that. Just to keep it entertaining. So that's about it. Looking forward to the standalone. I'm going to be playing that every single day. I'll be streaming that. I'll know a lot of people.
About the DayZ standalone, correct?
Yes, DayZ standalone. A lot of people come to my channel and watch me play first-person shooters because that is what that is what I've been best at. I've been playing Doom since I was a wee child. I think I was still pooping in diapers when I beat Doom a couple times, plus Quake. So that's about it for BoyWonder. I mean, we have fun in the stream, keep it as entertaining as possible, and keep up with the MOBA style games, man.
For sure. Yeah, I remember when I was playing War Z, I probably played that game for about 3 weeks, and coming from a video game background and knowing development and stuff like that, I went and did some of my own research on War Z, and I just I kind of disgusted with the company and the developers behind it, so I stopped playing.
Yeah, there's a movie coming out. I don't know if you guys know about it. It's on IMDb. Actually, I don't know if it's a troll or not, but somebody linked it to me yesterday and said the War Z is actually making a movie, and they've already casted roles, and they're already starting to shoot footage of it. So I don't know if that's a troll or not, but you definitely check that out.
A little bit
So
weird.
it is a little
Seems
weird.
a little
I mean,
odd.
you would think. I'm not going to badman or anything while on podcast or anything like that, but I just think the direction of that game went south. I played it from October 15th when it first came out. I was in closed beta. I spent the money to play it. The game was phenomenal. Anywhere from October 15th to like November 15th, that good month span we had was phenomenal.
Yeah.
People ran around just having a blast in the game. We killed zombies. We killed other players. We turned it into a PvP environment. And then, as you guys know, TM Cheats got a hold of the game, and ever since we can't get a good anti-cheat system in there. So I really think that's the downfall of that game. But we'll see. It's still got development to go, so hopefully things will change. I mean, I know if you say anything bad about the game and on the forum boards, they would just ban you out, which I think was kind of silly. I mean, you need that negative feedback to,
I
develop your
think
game
that's
better.
part of the developers, though. I mean, look
Yeah.
at what happened with Steam and in the, you know, I don't know if anybody went and read the article. I think it was on GameSpot or Game Informer. I don't even remember, but I read
I
an
think it's
article.
GameSpot.
Yeah,
No,
it was,
IGN. I think it was IGN. IGN's been doing a lot of coverage on that game.
it was something like that. But they had that article where they were talking to the lead developer. And
Sergey Savinsky.
Yeah, and he was just trying to dodge questions, and it
Yep.
was so shady. I'm like, I can't play this
Definite.
game anymore. This guy's nothing but like, man, he'll
Well,
twist your words and oh.
Yeah. Well, they were gonna fly me and a couple streamers out to LA. I don't know if a lot of people have heard about that or not. It was gonna fly Yeti Nation, Saints, Starscream, and myself to LA to actually visit Hammer Point. We got the phone call about that, so forth, and then they kept calling us back and changing everything. They were like, "No, we're gonna send you guys to this center for gaming development. No, we're actually gonna change it. We're gonna come bring you back to LA." So I don't know. It was really weird. I just find out that like how Sergey shows himself in the community. Everything he does is kind of negative. I mean, you guys have probably seen some of the IGN stuff where he was using racial slurs about some of the players in game, which I think is just silly alone. Like you shouldn't do that as a head developer of a game, of an executive producer.
Right.
It just seems like they don't condone themselves professionally. And if I was developing a game, suit and tie every day, well-mannered, making sure things were going right, because as a lot of people know, when you come into my stream, I do talk about that game a lot, and it's just bad. It's bad. The way they are developing it, like we said, is just horrible. They're not taking any of the right ideas. They're not taking the right change with this game, and it's sad. It really hurts me because I love that game so much because man, I had so much fun playing that game, and it's just it hurts me so much to see that game go to shit.
It was such a fresh change from DayZ. It was really fun. Like the
It was
first
an arcadey
couple
feel,
weeks we were playing.
Yeah, very arcadey feel. Hop in, hop out, and not a simulator style. I love DayZ. Like I bad-mannered DayZ 2 well before I even played that game because the system on DayZ was clunky. You guys can't say it's not. It's an Arma 2 mod. It's gonna be clunky, and I was just like, fuck that game. I don't want to play that. And then I went over and played it, and that game is actually phenomenal. Like I can't. For a mod of Arma 2, it is great. I know zombies are a little messed up, but just the pure like survival aspect of the game is fantastic.
One of the
I can't
things
wait for this
that
stand-up.
always bugged me too about War Z is even if you have a weapon, it's so based on like especially long range shooting. Like if you have like the M4 semi and you're shooting at somebody, your cursor can be right on them and you're still gonna miss. Like I hated that.
Are you on War Z?
Yeah, War Z.
Well, the reason for that is because they had to do something with the nose spread. There was cheats out that people were running around with aimbots, ESP, and what they would do is they would use nose spread and they would jack you up like completely. So like then they went ahead and they changed all the weapon damages and they changed the ranges of certain weapons. Like M16s aren't effective from like 150 meters.
Yeah, I'm talking way before that stuff though.
It was very inaccurate. Like, and I think that was from the copy paste from the War Inc. because that game is a copy paste of the engine of War Inc. just with zombies.
It's the same engine.
Yeah. So if you go over and play,
they basically stopped the development of War Inc. to jump and switch it to War Z. That's
Well,
a
there's
whole other thing. I'm not even gonna get into it. But.
Well, there's rumors that they actually have another title coming out too. There's a third title in the works. So, if you flop with one game, why try to make another one? To me, that just seems weird. You need to continue doing what you're doing with your first one. And it was the first game to be pulled off Steam. Like what?
That's the history of Sergey, though. If you look up like his background, he's done that for years with so many games. So yeah, that's his style.
Yeah. So
yeah, I can't play that game. I you know what? I personally probably bought 20 copies of that game to give away on my stream too,
I did too. I repped that game so much, and I just, I don't feel bad about it. I really don't. I mean, like I said, I still have
It's
a
not
passion for that
even.
game if they fix it.
It's not even that it's a terrible game. Like I
Yeah,
still think it's a decent game, but I
it
don't know. I
is.
just can't. I can't play it. I can't support a company like that.
I can't either. I don't know. It's run by two companies too. I don't know if you know that, but it's like Hammerpoint and like Arcosius or something. I don't know how to pronounce them, but there's two different companies that are running it. So usually when you have that, one company's got a tie in something, and another company's got a tie in something else. So who knows if they're bashing heads or anything? But really, it's Sergey. Sergey, it's money, man. It's all it is, and it's sad because what happened to games being developed by other gamers? Where is that at? Like all the good old school games, like
Well, it all
we don't
comes
get that
down
anymore.
to the genre right now. Obviously, with DayZ being so popular, it's
Hmm.
they're
You
trying
want to
to
try
get
to
a
get you,
get
yeah,
a
you
piece
want
of
to try
that
to get your
pie.
hand in that. Yeah, you want to get in there, and I think they're trying to survive until standalone comes out. Because I'm sorry to say, but standalone's going to crush everything.
That's one of the funny things too. If you ever saw the first screenshots of War Z, it was literally there was no zombies, and people were like, "Well, where are the zombies? I don't
We didn't
I
have
don't
them.
get it." The reason there was no zombies is because it was literally the War Inc. engine
Yeah,
with just
copy
the
paste.
yeah, it with just no zombies. I don't know. I just
Put some
I
scars
don't
on
know.
people and be like, hey, check out this. It's
It's,
awesome. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but did you see the female model characters that they came out with? We have these three new or actually it was two female
I
characters,
haven't seen
and it
those yet.
was, oh my gosh, it was so bad. They took the male model bone structure and
Oh no.
they shortened it, they compacted it. And the bones were terrible, and they just put in some stuff around it, and they designed the models, and they are horrible. They are the worst. I don't know what to say about that, but Russian Caliber would always come in my stream. He's the art director. He came in my stream, and I'm like, look, dude, you fucked up. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but like the katanas, they look like shit. The animations are horrible. I'm done playing this game. I'm sorry, but this is awful. You guys are going super wrong direction here.
Yeah.
You guys need to reboot something, restart,
And
do
that's
something.
something that I'm super critical on for people that have watched my stream for a while. I have a bachelor's degree in video game art, so it's more of a general degree, animation, textures, lighting, rendering, modeling, all that stuff. So when I see bad animations, it makes me want to puke. I
You
hate
cringe.
bad
Yeah.
animations because honestly, one of the things you see first and most often in a video game is animations, especially a run animation. I don't understand how companies can put out games with bad run animations because it's literally something you see every second.
Especially a game like that where you're running
Oh,
from point A to
it's
point
bad.
B consistently, and you're just like,
It's
oh
bad.
man.
Kurt, I
But
see people in chat talking about your pedo stash.
uh, my pedo stash?
No, Kerviel's.
I
think
got a
it's
full
sexy.
man beard. I don't know about that.
I think it's sexy.
It's
Growing
good,
it out.
dude. It's good.
Well,
But
since we've already started to transition, I guess, a little bit into the games we're excited for. I know we've talked about the DayZ standalone. I think we're all excited for that. I'm definitely excited for it. I've people ask me all the time, when are you going to go back and play DayZ? It's not that I don't enjoy DayZ anymore. It's just the fact that I played DayZ for so many hours during that like 3 month span from the middle of the summer to I guess I don't know end of August.
yeah, you just kind of get burnt out after a while. You just play
Yeah,
something so much,
I
and
don't want to. That's exactly it too. I don't want to like go back to it now and then when the standalone comes out, just be like, yeah, I'm still kind of. I just would rather wait for the standalone to come out and just have a lot
get a
of fun
fresh
with that
start. Yeah.
for sure.
Definitely. I mean, everything I've seen with the standalone. I mean, you see the clothing, you see the animations, you see the one thing that Dean Hall's doing really well is he knows what he needs to fix before it goes live, and that's what they're doing. They know the animations of zombies were terrible. I mean, it wasn't a game that meant to have zombies, so he went back and did all the animations and pathing of the zombies over. That is a key thing to me, is that they are actually developing the game where it matters. They're not going to rush something and bring it out just to grab that initial burst of money. He wants this game to succeed, and that to me shows dedication to your game. I will
Yeah.
rep your game and I will play it.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's how it is. And the clothing looked amazing, like the lighting, the clouds. Really? Like This is the first game I'm excited about. Clouds. Have you seen those things? They look awesome. I'm probably gonna die a lot just looking up into the air, or grab a biplane and just fly into the sky consistently. That's what I'm gonna do.
Right.
I don't know about you guys.
It looks good. I'm excited for it. I think most of us are excited for it. Skyrim Online, yes, objective driven, from the chat. I think a lot of us are excited for Skyrim Online. I remember when I watched the new trailer for that, and
Trailer looked good. It was like CGI with live action animation mixed in between it, and like
really good.
they put a lot of time and effort into it. I'm probably, you're all probably gonna hate me, but I'm biased about it. I really am. Like it's an MMO. I know a lot of people are like, this is gonna be the best MMO out, and it's like everything flops, and I just hate to see such a game of that stature flop. Like I don't want to see that happening, but it probably will. I mean, no offense to anybody that really cares about that game, but I was so huge into Star Wars. Like Star Wars in Marvel is like, if not the biggest pet peeves for me. And then like the Star Wars MMO, you guys still played. I played it a little bit, but it just wasn't on par with what they wanted it to be. Like the storyline of this stuff was amazing. I really enjoyed that and everything, but I don't know why it flopped. I really don't. I didn't play too much of it. Maybe you guys can enlighten me that. I mean, it went free to play, but
yeah, but you can't say free to play changed anything really. That was way before.
That wasn't gonna help.
It. Yeah.
So like, was it just not enough?
Free to play came out.
Like no
put too
content,
much money into the. They didn't have enough content. They put too much into the voice acting, which was phenomenal. It really was. But the problem that they didn't think about is that typically when people play MMO, they make multiple characters. They play through it multiple times, and when you play through it the second time, the third time, you're going to skip all of that voice acting. So like all of that budget was just wasted, and so that was the problem, that they just put way too much money into that, and they didn't have enough money into getting more content. And unfortunately, Zoller, who was in charge of the PvP, basically did nothing after the game launched. Yeah, and then the other guy that was in charge of doing the content stuff basically sat on his ass for 2 or 3 months and did nothing until they finally gave him the boot. But now you're 3 months in with zero content and zero fixes for PvP. Yeah. And D3 came out, and it was like everybody just left, and there was no coming back from it, unfortunately. So
well, that's a huge thing that you need in your game, because with an MMO style game such as that, I don't know if there was like lockouts of instances, so you wipe the boss, you have to wait a week, kind of like World of Warcraft. PvP was where people went back to continue to play the game, or you would farm money or work the auction house. If you don't have any PvP or anything like that, what are we going to do? We're going to sit there for a week waiting for the instance to reset and then do it again. So PvP is huge for me. I love PvP. It was a
little bit weird too in the beginning, because PvP at the beginning of Star Wars was like 11 to 50 or 10 to 50.
The ratios were messed up?
Basically, well, no, because like anybody that was not level 50 had their stats bolstered or boosted to level 50. But the problem was level 50 characters could run around with expertise gear. And you could literally have one level 50 tank like the whole other team. If 2 people were healing it. It was broken. But then they switched it to 50s are separate, and then 10 through 49 was in its own bracket. And honestly, the grind from when you hit 50 to like get gear and get caught up with the other 50s kind of sucked, but it wasn't that bad, and PvP was still pretty fun. And in the 10 through 49 bracket was pretty fun too. I enjoyed it a lot. But then 1.2 came out, and that was, I don't know, 3 months into the game, and they shattered PvP for me. Again. I was pretty much done with PvP.
Yeah. 10 through 49 was amazing, because I mean you could go in at level 10 and there'd be level 49. They'd have certain more abilities than you had because of being higher level and learning more skills, but damage wise, I mean you could only spam 5 things, but you could still do the same amount of damage. You could actually hold your own because they just balanced everybody out in terms of the same amount of hit points, and pretty much the same damage. So it worked out really well. I mean, it was phenomenal. Yeah, but then once you hit 50, it just became so gear-driven, and if you had the expertise, nobody could touch you. You get one guy in there that had farmed up all the gear, and like Deegan was saying, I mean, he could tank 5-6 people and have no problem, while everybody else just beat him down. So
it's rough.
And that was Zoller's job, unfortunately, and so those 2 guys pretty much brought it down on their own.
And
shit.
we did
Sad.
try Guild Wars 2, Million
Yeah.
Quad. I played Guild Wars 2 for, I don't know, how long did we play that game? A month, maybe?
Maybe.
I got a Mesmer to level 80, and I enjoyed the PvP in that game, but I felt like it was really limited.
There was
Very
There
limited
was
PvP.
it was broken in terms of because I played structured PvP. I bought the game just for PvP. I didn't even do any of the PvE content. I did nothing but structured PvP. I played a Guardian and it was just downright broken. There was some specs in there that just like thieves would one shot you instantly.
Thieves, Warriors.
Pistol whips with warrior or not warriors with thieves. Like
Yeah.
it was broke. Guardians would sustain on points forever. You just couldn't do anything. They would knock you away. But it was fun nonetheless. I had a blast playing the PvP for the time that I actually played it until I just got to the point where it's
really
just like,
limited, though.
yeah, I was just like, wow, like you need to be able to branch other classes out and just. It was like you had the 5 people, and that was the 5 people that you played with every single time you went in to do anything. And I mean, the game looked good, free to play MMO like that. I mean, it had decent amount of content. It was really fun, but like I said, all MMOs come to an end eventually. I mean, it just gets to that grind where if you're not producing content, you just get bored. You go play something else. So I really. That's why I think League of Legends and like Dota and StarCraft are still around as long as they have been, is because you can just play those games all the time. It's always different. You can continue to grind and get better and better. So,
Well, that and another reason that for the downfall with, people kind of exiting Guild Wars 2 was their PvE content was just weird. It wasn't PvE content for me. It just felt so awkward with no real tank, no real healer. Everybody kind of can heal themselves a little bit. It just felt awkward and weird and clunky, and it just was not fun for me.
yeah, it was different. It was kind of like Guild Wars 1. I mean, it was kind of similar to a copy-paste of Guild Wars 1 and just better engine and stuff like that. I mean, it was more, for me, it just felt like I had to explore. Like, I got more experience for, like, exploring maps and grabbing interest points and stuff like that than it was just me trying to find a group and, like, doing stuff.
And
like EverQuest.
Their random event system during leveling was fun for, like, the first 20 levels, but then, like, the next 60 levels, you're just like, okay.
Same old stuff.
I get it. There's another escort quest. I
remember you guys doing that barrel quest for like hours and hours and hours.
Where we had to run down in that cave and everybody just kept dying.
Oh, is that the cave with the worms? Like the malworms or whatever?
Yeah, like 5 hours they did this stupid thing. I mean, like, I left and went out to dinner with my family and came back, and they were still working on it like 3.5 hours later. It was funny.
People there, though. That was the problem. There were so many people because it was right next
just
to.
Keep hitting you. You can't get out of there. It's so dumb.
Well, it was right next to the global event, whatever they call that. There's like that ice wizard or whatever that you continually kill, and there's 70, 80 people and they're killing them. Then they'd go over and do that barrel quest, and it was so repetitive, and I don't know, I think that was really hard to do, or some of those quests when you had to do that.
For sure.
But like I want another EverQuest to come out. I don't know if you guys want another. I mean, I'm not talking EQ2. Digging you. I'm gonna come to your place and sucker punch the shit out of you for saying that. You need to go play EQ. Like, what the fuck? Are you a gamer or what?
I can't go back and play now.
Jeez. Oh my gosh.
I honestly didn't get into PC gaming till
EQ1. It's on Steam. You can play it right now.
It's too dated now, though. Even I don't think I could play it now. I did download it, and then you log in, and it's just like, holy crap, where do I even start? Like, I played this game for like 7 years, and I don't even know where the hell I would start. I mean, I love that game. EverQuest was the love of my life for so long. That was, without a doubt, the best MMO ever. But the thing is that it was, like, compared to the stuff now, it was extremely hardcore.
It was so hard. Like, you had to group, or oh man, it was so good. It took a while.
You had no choice but to group, and And you
the
do like
UI,
dungeon. They don't do it like now, where you do, like Dungeon Finder and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you had to like go and sit in camps for hours and like farm, rares and stuff. Yeah,
train.
People would train.
What is up with the trains, dude? That shit was so good. Oh my god,
so crazy. But you built, like, the community was so strong.
Yeah, no de-aggro. So what happened, not only like WoW where you can just run away and de-aggro mobs, you would pull a zone. It would take you forever to get to the bottom of the zone to farm items and just kill stuff like Noble, what was that, by Freeport, the Knoll area. You would go down there and there's like giant snakes and stuff. If you pulled something you couldn't handle, you had to run and zone out. So people would yell train and you'd have to get out the way. Because if you didn't get out the way, they would aggro onto you and kill you. So you just be dicking around. Dude, you see a guy getting trained with like 20 mobs, man, and then when he zones out, they all go back to their initial spawn, but they will aggro onto you and they will wreck your stuff, dude. And you'd always get mad at that guy.
That's what I was thinking about too. Again, Final Fantasy XI was really the only other MMO that I played before Star Wars and WoW, and that was a good game. I mean, Final Fantasy XI Online was good. Unfortunately, that game just didn't have enough people playing it.
Yeah, it looked good too. I mean, it did. It looked phenomenal. I really like the design of the game. The artwork of the game looked phenomenal. Yeah. It kind of reminded me of like an Aeon style kind of game.
Maybe a little bit.
Similar artwork style, but I mean, it looked fantastic. So definitely worth it.
Well, Kaya, you've been quiet. What games is Kaya excited for?
I'm sorry, what? What kind of games? What?
Yeah, what games are you excited for that are coming out soon? You got anything that you're saving up those pennies for?
No, I'm just heavily addicted to Minecraft right now. So it's usually like once you get stuck into one of those games, that can last a really long time. I am so here. But
just being quiet.
Definitely. Yeah, Minecraft. They just recently did an update, and we're playing it's called Feed the Beast.
Feed the Beast.
Oh,
yep.
Feed the Beast.
Feed the Beast. That's where it's at.
Did DK put it finally on the server? Do you guys have that now?
Yep, we finally got it.
Did Gen talk you guys into doing it?
Survivor games all day.
No.
All day. Survivor games. You got to roll up in that. Survivor games. Too good in Minecraft. I don't know
you
guys
think... I don't see how I'm so addicted to it, though, because the graphics are so crap.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you just get mesmerized. And you see all these things, and you just want to, like, collect them all.
Yeah.
Well, it's a great-looking game. Like, I know it's just blocks. No, it's a phenomenal-looking game for just being blocks. And just the way they developed that game is perfect. It is probably, if not the best game I think ever made. I don't know what you guys want to say about that, but it is.
Well, the fact that you can create,
anything.
You create your world, right? And you can throw on for those people that like enjoy the whole PvP thing. You can do that. And then there's things where people enjoy like the War Z, DayZ. They've got,
Yeah, all the mods. The modding community is great for it, for sure.
Yep. I like the fact that blocks are scary. Digging, that's it, dude. Yeah, monsters are scary. I don't know about you, but the spiders scared me the very first time I ever played it. I didn't know what to. There was 2 of them camping my house. I was like, I'm just gonna walk out here.
Those things
that's
that
cool.
walk around that look like penises that blow up next to you.
The creepers? Yeah, dude. You don't want to mess with them, man. You get down in there building the house, man. It's looking really nice.
The guy that named those creepers. Those are penises.
Yeah, right.
Like the guy's like, I'm gonna make these penises and we're gonna call them creepers. Like, no, they're penises.
Floating penises.
That's all they have.
We got into the Feed the Beast, and it was like literally 2 minutes, and then I got blown up and killed by a creeper. It was like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah.
And it was just like, seriously, like
It's
that
that
soon?
bad?
Give me a minute to just look around. Like, come on.
It's that bad, Kurt?
Yeah.
They just got add a whole bunch of enemies everywhere, or what?
Oh yeah, I was mining, and all of a sudden I hear, Kay and them screaming and yelling that something's attacking them, and I go running off, and there's this purple thing flying around, shooting lightning bolts at them. I mean, you can't even get near it. Like, you can't even hit it because it moves around. And like, I tried to flank it and hide behind the wall, and it just went out over the lake. And it's like, haha, you can't get me. And it just started nuking me from the lake. And I'm like, so I had to go running in the house. So there's 4 of us hiding in the house, and this thing just flying around, waiting for us to come out the door. Terrible.
Oh,
yeah, we found a wisp.
Gosh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. It found us.
Oh, that's great. I might have to
Somebody found a
play some
wisp,
Minecraft then, because that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's awesome. Somebody found a wisp, and nobody would own up to who it was, So they're like, I don't know where it came from. It just showed up and started nuking us. I'm like,
So it was like a wisp, like a really hard mob, then I guess.
It only takes like 3 hits, but I guess you can only really kill it with a bow. an arrow, and it flies around so fast. Like hitting it's going to be pretty tough. So I don't know. None of us have bows. I mean, we don't have armor. We don't have anything. So it's pretty funny. It's awesome though. So I'll be streaming that this week for sure.
That's cool.
A lot of fun.
Definitely.
That's cool.
Good stuff.
So I guess another thing we need to talk about too is what are I mean, BoyWonder usually stream at night because I know you've got kids.
Yes, sir.
And Kerviel is kind of more of a random streamer because he is an IT genius or something like that, technical genius. So he has
everything people break is basically what I do, and I work more or less 24/7. I mean, they basically call, and that's when I do it. So it makes my schedule a little erratic. I've been trying to. I'd like to get some set hours that way people, because I know it always works better for viewers is to have set hours where they know you'll be on from a certain time to a certain time, and they kind of look out for that. But it's just so tough. So I've been trying to like schedule all my appointments like in the morning, so I have like 5 or 6 hour block free. But it just seems like every time I try and do that, like something comes up, and then I have like 3 clients in a row, and the only time they can do it at 1 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. So it makes it tough, but.
I just thought of a good idea, and I'll
Shoot.
talk to Kerviel. I'll throw it up to Kerviel off stream.
All right.
But I think I got a good idea, Kerv. Anyways, so that makes Kerviel's schedule a little bit erratic, but he tries to stream a little bit every day, which is good. And BoyWonder, again, you stream.
My stream, I stream Monday through Sunday, really. Like I said, I'm a father of 2 kids. They're actually back there right now watching Beauty and the Beast. They're probably going to get up and cause havoc here soon. But usually it's 9:30 EST time, Monday through Sunday. I play anything from League of Legends to shooters to anything, really. That's about me, so you guys can definitely find me there. Entertainment value at its finest, I can definitely tell you that. But, I mean, 9:30 EST time, I'm a night owl, guys. So
I hear that. I like streaming at night. I honestly prefer streaming at night than during the day, just because I know my wife is sleeping, my puppy's sleeping. I don't have to worry about anything.
I can
going
relax.
On. Nobody's gonna call my phone at 3 in the morning because if
I usually stream till about 4 a.m. I go back there. They get up at about 9:30. So from like 4 to 9, I get a little bit of sleep. I wake up, take care of them throughout the whole morning, afternoons. Maybe take a small nap if I'm lucky, and then go back 9:30 EST again. So that's what I do.
Kea, I know you said you're looking to get back into streaming because you had to take a little bit of hiatus, but do you have any idea what your hours are going to be?
It would probably be around. Well, I'm in Central, so if we're talking East Coast, it'd probably be around like noon to 5, noon to 6.
Very cool. Good stuff. And I guess, I don't know if we really have any upcoming events, so I'll just say we're going to skip that for the end. But plans for streaming career, number 3. Again, this is just, I'd like to know, I guess, what exactly you're planning on doing as far as streaming goes. And I don't know, I know BoyWonder, you've talked about wanting to be a full-time streamer and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
And,
for sure.
I'm not sure if that's a goal of Kerviel's or Kea's, so I don't know if I've really asked him that question. But I guess we'll start with Kea. Kea, what do you plan, I guess, as far as streaming goes, and we can try to figure out ways for the DTV Network as a group of streamers to help you achieve that.
Right. Probably as far as streaming goes, this is like me, it's more of a casual thing rather than probably a business career. So I would be more inclined like helping out other streamers, like, hey, if they're like trying to get their hours in, because like I think you need or minutes, and they need someone to fill in and be like, hey, could you please, get these, stream for a few hours? I'd be willing to help out. As far as my channel though is it would be more like I said, casual. I wouldn't be streaming 7 days a week. It'd probably be like 3 days a week. And I'd probably stick with just like a partnership, just, run a few ads here and there, get some revenue.
Right. So your main goal then is just to eventually reach partnership, and you'd be satisfied with that?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Takes a lot of work. I mean, they have reduced the partnership requirements by quite a bit since a year ago when I started streaming, but I think it's good that they keep reducing that. They've reduced subscriber button requirements, partnership requirements in general, so I think it's good. And I definitely have some ideas too that I can throw around for all of us to try to help people and help people within the DTV network get partnered, because I know it's tough. It's tough getting partnered.
Well, the weird thing is I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I had sent an email to Twitch asking them about name changes. Like, I'd seen some channels that I watched get their names changed, and I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. I wonder if I can do that. So I just sent an email asking politely, hey, how do you go about getting your name changed? And they go, well, I got an email back saying, well, we usually just do it to the people that are partnered with Twitch, but they went ahead and did it for me. And then they also said that I should look into getting partnered because they looked at my channel and saw the follower count. So I'm like, well, that's weird because of the amount that like what your requirements are.
Yeah, when I got declined partnership 3 times before I eventually got partnered, and I met the requirements every time, and it seemed like every time I applied, they had some reason to not give me a partnership. It was
you were there for that the entire time.
Yeah, I did the same.
It was dumb. It was like, oh, well, you need to stream. First it was 100,000 hours. Wait, was it 100,000 page views a month, and streaming at least 4 or 5 days a week, at least 4 or 5 hours at a time.
Well, they cut it now. I think it's three a day, or 3 a week, something like that, right? I think you have to be live
3 or 4 times a week.
I think it's 3, yeah. Because I also sent in an email to attempt for the partnership before like the crash of the War Z, I guess you would say, and they declined through there. I think it's like average viewers have to be up to like your 400, something like that.
Right.
400.
Which is roughly about the same it was when I got my partnership. Yeah. But the reason, the way you could get partnered before in the past was I actually got partnered through having 100,000 page views in 1 month. I was streaming Star Wars at the time, and I was only averaging about 200 or 300 viewers at most, which would not get me partnered with the
view count, though.
The view count now, because now you need both. But I streamed, from 3 p.m. Central Time to roughly 5 a.m. with very little breaks. So I was streaming 14, 15 hours a day to reach that 100,000 page views a month. So it was definitely still tough to do. And there's Kerviel's little kitty.
Yeah, because
that's my show.
That's what I'm doing now.
Harry.
It's like establishing yourself in a community that's already established is very hard to do, because I'm shooting over from being, I would say, if not one of the biggest War Z streamers, to League of Legends, where some of those guys are in 30,000 plus, just one guy. And like, League of Legends is very hard to do, but I mean, that's what I want to play. So, I'd like to do a partnership eventually. Like, I would love for that. I mean, obviously, since I am a stay-at-home dad right now, bringing home some sort of revenue would be nice. My girlfriend wouldn't, beat the shit out of me and be like, get on the job hunt. So, that would actually help, because I would love to. I mean, seriously, I would love to sit here and watch my kids during the day. And I mean, it wouldn't have to be, a bunch of money, just a little bit. I stream. It's hard. Like, you guys know, streaming, it's a lot of time we put in for nothing. I mean, just me alone, I love it for the entertainment aspect. I love talking to people, and what better way of doing it while I play video games?
Yeah.
Well,
like I've said from the beginning, I mean, streaming it's addictive. It's a different, it's a weird high you get from streaming, knowing that you have people kind of watching you play. And
yeah,
I don't know, it's fun. It's fun having people that you get instant feedback on.
Definitely.
And talk with back. It's
like,
good stuff.
I broke down
a lot of great viewers. I mean, they're just phenomenal viewers, and it is. But I think a lot of people think it's so easy. Like, oh, you're just playing a video game, big deal, and this is so easy. I mean, like I said before, I've been in Deegan's channel since like February of last year, and I've been a moderator in there for a long time, and I mean, hearing those people come in and say, what, that's a job, go get a real job, and I mean, we heard that 50 times a day for a long time, when you were first trying to make it, you didn't even have the sub button yet, and it's like, dude, you don't realize that it really is a lot of work. I mean, if somebody actually got on stream and tried to do it and see how long it takes to get viewers and how hard it is to, even with 10 people, to just keep up with the chat and do it for 5, 6, 7 hours straight.
Well, a lot of people don't realize the stuff that goes into having a successful stream. It's not just turning your stream on and
go. Yeah.
I mean, I spent 3-4 hours on this background for this. It's like that. I answer every email I get. It's all that stuff. It's connecting. It's and Amy my wife Amy sometimes gets mad at me too when I shut my stream off and I'm like, okay, well, I got to do some networking. She's like, well, what do you mean by networking? Are you going to go watch someone's stream? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go watch someone's stream.
That's how I am too.
Exactly.
It's a big part of getting not only yourself out there, but being a part of the community, Yeah,
because if I'm not streaming, I'm watching other people's streams. That's what I do.
Yep.
I enjoy it. I really think that in the future, this could be, if not one of the biggest things ever. Like, I mean, as you guys can tell, that the LCS has like 150 to 200,000 people watch it, and it's set up like it's an ESPN style esports. And like, to have that growing in the future is phenomenal. It's great. And I watch Day 9. I still watch Day 9. And I thought before I was a streamer, I can do that. That's not easy mode. But like you guys were touching on, it's not as easy as you think. I mean, it's kind of stressful. Like, as you guys have seen or been to my channel, I answer every question. Even when I had 500-600 people in my channel spamming questions, I would play the game and answer questions. By the time I went to bed, I was mentally just broken down because I had to focus on 2 things at once. It was rough, but I don't think I want to. This is where I want to be. I want to be in this environment. I want to be in this whole network. I want it to grow, and I enjoy it. So to have people watching you play video games, like, to me, like, it feels like when I was a kid, when all the streaming and PC games wasn't really huge, we would go to my buddies and hang out, a group of us, and we would play like Street Fighter or Marvel, or we would play Mortal Kombat on the Super Nintendo, and we would talk and chat and BS around as friends. Nowadays, it's a little hard for people to do that, and this is what I get. This is my satisfaction. I get to feel like I'm a kid again and talk to chat as if they are friends and buddies of mine, like I did when I was a kid. And I love it. I love every aspect of it.
It's definitely a big part of it. I mean, look at, between, I know you probably don't know a lot of the normal viewers that I get, BoyWonder, but, we got guys that are part of me and Kerviel and Kaya's like lives now that I mean, I would literally give the shirt off my back to these people. That's how close I feel to them.
Cough, cough, DCK.
It's like
cough, cough, DCK, Tarn, Twitch Poker. Just,
and it's like, have you met them in real life?
Nope.
See, that's another thing I think is fantastic, is a group of people can meet over the internet like this and stream and be friends. Like Yeti Nation, for instance, I would do anything for that guy. I have helped that dude out in the past. He's helped me out as well. That guy alone, like, shout outs to him. But like, it's just that friendship, and like, we're going to PAX East and we're all going to meet for the first time, and I think it's great because you can do that through streams and Skype and stuff, which is awesome.
Definitely. Well, that's awesome. I wanted to go to PAX East. It's just not in the budget right now with me finishing my room in the basement. It's unfortunate. I wish I could have went. I would have totally given Yeti Nation the biggest wedgie ever. I see him in chat, so I'm just messing with him. No, I mean, it's awesome, and the community that we've built around ourselves is awesome, and I hope it continues to grow. For those people that are watching right now too and wondering how can you, oh, look at that baby, what a cutie.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, like, we're trying to get him to sleep in the same room, but it's just not happening. This one's like, she's fighting sleep, and the other one's messing with her, and it's like turning into a brawl of WCW in there. But I'm probably gonna have to call it here, Deegan. I am very sorry, guys,
That's
but
fine. No worries.
I gotta put
buddy.
this one to bed, man. So there you go. Say hi, Madison. Hey, thumbs up.
Kitty.
Awesome. But definitely good. Should I do like a final goodbye to everybody, man?
Sure.
Hey.
She just did it for you.
Final goodbye, guy. If you want to check out my stream, I'm gonna be live here soon once I put the kids to bed. So we're gonna probably do some ranked League of Legends. There's the other one. You guys can follow me at Twitter at BoyWonder502. That's about it, guys. I'm gonna head and get these kids to bed. So
Pleasure
thanks,
having
Deegan.
you here, man.
Thank you, guys. Nice to meet everybody. By the way, this is the first time I met any of you guys. So awesome. Kay, Dixie, Deegan. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Everybody.
He called you Dixie.
That's awesome.
Okay, anyways, back to what I was saying. Again, if anybody out there is watching and wondering, man, what an awesome group of people. And you guys wanted to be a part of what we got going. I get quite a few messages from people that want to be a part of the DTV network. Some of them I follow instantly because I kind of know who they are, and I check their stream regularly to see if I think they would be a good fit, not only as far as stream quality goes, video quality goes, all that stuff, interaction with the chat, just how they are as a person, and I am pretty selective with how I think they might fit in with our personalities. But anybody who's thinking about starting up a stream that wants advice, I'm happy to help. I've always been happy to help. If you guys got questions on OBS, XSplit, I know both programs. I know Kerviel is much better at PC and technical questions than I am, but if you ask me about PC specs and stuff like that, I probably will not be able to answer. No, but we have a good time. I haven't really talked much about myself tonight. I guess I'll just say that if you guys aren't normal viewers of my stream, I stream pretty much weekdays from... My schedule has recently changed, so I stream from about noon till around 5, and then I take a 4-hour break to eat dinner and spend time with my wife and my puppy. And then I come back on around 9 and stream till around 2 in the morning. So I have 2 5-hour casts every day. And yeah, that's about it for me. And I've been playing a lot of Smite. It started Dead Space 3 playthrough tonight. I'm like 2 hours into that. Awesome game. But yeah, that's about it. You started watching me play DayZ before we moved. Yeah, that was a while ago. I haven't played a whole lot of DayZ recently. Anyways, let's do some questions, I guess, to end it up. I know the screen region is messed up now. I wasn't planning on having him leave in the middle of the cast, so it kind of ruined the screen region, but I'm not going to change it. It's good enough. No Path of Exile for me. If you guys have questions for Kaya or Kerviel, just type them in the chat and I'll relay them. Are you using XSplit or OBS, Deegan, and which do you prefer and why? I'm using OBS. Honestly, I think it's a better program. It is less intensive on your CPU. It's a little bit more difficult to set up, and the interface is a little bit weird at times. But once you get some of the basics down, it's a much better program. I do love you, Yeti Nation. Definitely do, man. I definitely love me some Yeti all up in me.
I think the weird thing with OBS versus XSplit is that some of the stuff is just the exact opposite. Like it's backwards. Like the list of your, like for your scene, the list of your content, you know, goes one way in XSplit and it goes the other in OBS and stuff like that.
I still get it backwards, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just stuff like that.
Where's the Kaya cam? I don't know. I don't know where the Kaya cam is. Ask Kaya. Kaya, where's your cam?
The Kaya cam only comes out during charity events.
Oh, well, there you go.
Other than that, you're stuck with the kitty cam.
Why did I make Gen a mod again? He hates us all. You know, I answer this question a lot on my stream too. Why is Gen a mod? He should not be a mod. And honestly, I think every stream needs a Gen. And I'm happy to have Gen.
The world can only handle one Gen.
You know, Gen is quite trolly and can be kind of a douche at times, but I think, again, he does mean well for the most part. He's a good guy. Most people see something Gen writes and they get all offended, but honestly, if you just talk to Gen and you're not like an idiot, you'll get along with him. Gen targets the people in the stream that are normally targeted.
Mm-hmm. That are weak.
He's kind of the necessary evil almost. He gets rid of the people that probably should
Quit ruining his.
Yeah.
Yeah, making me die in the wild cliffs for sure. Yeah. All right. Any other questions before we wrap the first official DTV Network podcast up? I think it went well. Hopefully next week we can get Rhett's BoyWonder, Rhett's Penguin and Brotato. Brotato would have been here tonight, but he somehow, for some reason, didn't get my email. Oh.
I think once you got the first one done and out of the way, and you kind of got like a layout for it, it'll be easier because you can send out the email sooner, for next week and follow up on it.
Might have to just do Twitch messages.
I'm glad I got in on this one. I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it or not. So, but
I'm glad you got here too.
Dude, I can grow this perf stash in like 4 hours, man.
It's hot. It's hot. I just want to like get right up on it and just smell it.
Like I don't shave today, and then it's like, oh, you're gonna be on a podcast. I'm like, oh shit,
gosh.
Oh well.
What are my plans for the future, Avoided? My plans for the future. If you guys don't know, I am a full-time streamer. This is my job. I do not make a lot of money, so don't think that I do. I have a wonderful wife that supports me in everything I do. She wants me to be happy, and this is what makes me happy. And I think I can make this work. She thinks I can make it work, and we're doing everything we can to make it work. So I actually have a room being built in our basement right now that is going to be my full-time streaming room. It's going to be awesome, and I can't wait. I've got green screens ordered. It's going to be sexy. I promise you guys, it's going to be sweet.
You need a Luna cam.
A Luna cam?
A Luna cam.
We're going to have multiple webcams set up so I can switch between them in the setup in the basement. It's going to be awesome. Hawkeyes, of course I love you, man. How long have I known the streamers in the DTV network? Again, Kerviel and Kea were some of the first people I met streaming, and I'm very fortunate that they're still here. I do have a sister. Bro. She is 1.5 years older than me. She is a lifer in the Army, pretty much. Out of the DTV crew, who is like the leader? I guess you would say I'm technically the leader. Technically, I don't like to really think of myself as like the leader. We're more of like a team, I guess. But I guess
Big Daddy Deegan.
If someone had to be the leader, I guess I could be the leader. Thank you, Orc. I will upload this to YouTube as well, so if anybody wants to go back and watch this, they can have it. Has Amy streamed at all recently? She streamed a little bit. She streamed some Skyrim a little bit ago. She's actually going to get started streaming again here soon when we get the other computer set up, so we'll be able to have 2 streams going on at the same time. It'll be really nice. No toilet cam for the bathroom breaks. That would not be good. Well, DTV means a couple different things. Originally, it was going to be a digital television network. And we are going to have a website that encompasses everything that I have planned for us coming up, which not only should be a benefit to, myself, but it'll be a benefit to all of the individual streamers that are a part of the DTV network. Hopefully it can bring in a lot of extra viewers for every stream. So it should be great. We got a lot of plans for that in the future. The website is in the works. When will I be doing some more DayZ? When the DayZ standalone comes out. What are your larger plans for the stream? Again, the only plans I have for my stream right now, I've accomplished my partnership, I've accomplished my subscription button. Right now, the only goal I have is to be able to support my wife. That's it. Right now, I'm covering about half of our monthly bills, and the goal by the end of next year is to be able to cover all of our monthly bills, so we can start having children. Because I want to be a father, and I don't want to have kids when I'm too late. When it's too late, and I want to be like an old dad. I want to be able to like throw my kids. You know what I mean? Like when you're wrestling, I want to be able to like throw them and not have my back go out or something like that. I don't know. I would like to start having kids in like the next year and a half. So that's the plan. Am I going to do some more giveaways? I do giveaways all the time.
All the time.
All the time. There is going to be a subscriber giveaway this coming weekend on Saturday. Will encompass a couple different prizes, and then of course the homemade cookie giveaway, which is every Saturday. So. Again, bot? Oh my gosh, that would be so.
That'd be epic.
Oh gosh, more Dead Space 3 after the podcast. It is 10:14. Probably no more tonight. Amy's been at her parents and Luna's been in her kennel for a couple hours, so I'm probably gonna take her out. Yeah, so probably no more tonight. If we wouldn't have ended up having the podcast, I would have played Dead Space for a couple hours for you guys. But do you have any concerns with lower viewer numbers? I haven't seen those good numbers quite a while. My thought was that it was the games you were playing. Do you think that's it? Well, you know, this is something that I worry about a lot. I'm a very... what's the word I'm looking for? I think a lot. I have a really hard time at night going to sleep most nights because I worry and I think and I plan and I try to do sometimes too much. I don't think my stream is suffering because of the games I'm playing necessarily. I think it's more suffering in the past couple months because kids go back to school, Christmas time. A lot of people are getting video games, and then they themselves are playing them video games. I don't know. You know, it's something that I worry about too, but at the same time, I'm not going to... Being a full-time streamer and streaming every day, I can't play the same games all the time. It burns me out too fast. I get bored quite easily. So I like being able to have a little bit of freedom. I know a lot of streamers, when they first start playing and streaming on Twitch TV, they don't have that freedom. You have to play one game. You have to build a following with one game, and then you can move on from there and kind of keep at least a core group of people following you around. But at the same time, I mean, there's not a lot of people that watch DayZ anymore. There's just not. So I can't really go back and say, I mean, I could probably pull 200 or 300 viewers with DayZ, but that's not much more than what I'm getting right now. It's still not really worth... I don't play ads on my stream. I really haven't played ads in the past couple months. There's just not a lot of viewers, and it wouldn't be worth it. But I don't know.
I think it's quality over quantity too, though, honestly. I mean, you know, and when it comes into sub play, I mean, that's where the quality definitely matters more, because those are the ones that are more likely to sub than, you know,
right,
just the others that are there to troll or spam or whatever. So
yeah, for sure. And I think Lyric's a great DayZ streamer, really fantastic DayZ streamer, and he got a really big push from Towley, and that's great. I mean, Towley does a lot for a lot of the people in his Hammer Squad, and I think that's fantastic. And I think that was definitely a big part in where Lyric is at now with his viewers. But I'm happy for him. I think he's a great streamer. I think he does a great job. You know, that's one of the things too. I remember when I first started streaming. That was back when when I started streaming Star Wars, that was when Towley was messing with Star Wars because it had just came out and he was playing. So, you know, I averaged like 2 or 3 viewers from like my first month streaming, and Towley was rocking like 1,000. I was like, dang, like that's just so many viewers. And then when he went away and started streaming WoW again and didn't really play much Star Wars anymore, I remember one day on Tali's stream, he said something about, they asked him if he was going to go back and play Star Wars. And then Tali said something about checking me out and that I was a good Star Wars streamer. And that was back when I only had like maybe 30 viewers tops. And I was like, I was so excited when Tali mentioned my name on his stream. I was really happy. But yes, Yeti Nation, a lot of the streams are feeling the pain of viewer count. It happens to every game. Happens to every game you play. But that's how you build. I mean, you're always, every new game you stream, you're going to pull in like a handful of people that really like you as a person and want to support you and want to be there for you, and they just enjoy you as a person and they don't care what you play and they'll follow you around. Tali's been streaming for a long time. He's one of the first big streamers on Twitch TV, and he's got a lot of those people now. It doesn't matter what he plays, people are going to follow him around. And I think I've got a good core group of people right now that will watch no matter what I play, and that's awesome. Again, I always tell you guys I can't thank you guys enough for that stuff.
Yeah, it's hard. Like you said, it's hard to just play the same game over and over and over. You get bored with it.
Yeah.
Some of those guys that do it, I don't know how they do it. I mean, I could see doing it like on like an odd one level, with League of Legends. I mean, he's the top of the top, for what he plays.
Right.
And, the only way to stay there is to, play nonstop all the time. So, that's what he does. But he doesn't stream that many hours either, so I think he's doing other stuff. And
he doesn't have to stream.
The only other way to do it is to play the newest games, when they come out all the time. But
yeah, but that's one of the things, too, that I don't like that streamers do. It's like, you
I call it bandwagon.
Yeah, it's like
gaming.
I mean, like Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 was one of the games that I had been personally looking forward to for a long time. So when that came out, I was okay with people doing tons of giveaways and stuff like that when the game first came out, and I wasn't going to, try to force viewers into my stream with giveaways while playing Borderlands 2, and I waited. And then once, a lot of the other streams that were streaming at the time kind of got done with Borderlands 2, then I started doing my giveaways, and I'm fine with that. I don't need to have a ton of people just come into my stream because I'm streaming a brand new game and doing a bunch of giveaways, so that's fun. All right, but I think I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Again, this was the first official DTV Network podcast. We had BoyWonder, Kea, and Kerviel. 3 wonderful people that I'm very, very happy they're a part of the DTV Network. I think they're fantastic people, and they make me so proud. Okay, but that's it. I will put this up on YouTube. I appreciate you guys being here. I hope everybody
thank you for having us.
Went to follow the other members that were
Definitely.
part of this podcast because they are good streamers, which is why they're part of the team. So if you didn't follow them, Kerviel, Kea, put your streams all up in my chat. Just get them on up in there. And you guys go follow them because I told you to do so. Do it.
Yes, sir. Boss man.
Big
Okay,
Daddy
guys.
Deegan.
You guys have a wonderful night. I will be hanging drywall all day tomorrow. And that'll be fun. No, it won't be.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yes, thank you guys for
Pleasure.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in.
All right.